All right, welcome to the December 16th organizational meeting. Call it to order. Roll call would be Ms. Gonzalez, Mr. Walk. I gotta write some stuff here. So. Mr. Rivas. Here. Ms. Rudy.
Here.
And myself, Mr. Cabral is here. All members are present. Item number A is going to be our oath of office by Mr. Pruitt for our new board members coming on. You guys want to come up?
Come up front table. You guys can stand right here. You've already taken. All right, if you can raise your right hand and repeat after me. Make sure my mic is turned on. I say your name, do solemnly swear or affirm
Solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will defend and support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies,
and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies,
foreign and domestic.
foreign and domestic,
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California.
that I will bear faith
And the Constitution of the State of California. That I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
without any reservation or purpose of evasion,
And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
Item number B, review of New Crozana Unified School District Governance Handbook, Superintendent Pruitt.
So in front of you, you have the current governance handbook, and it's an annual review. So if you get the chance, please review it, look for any corrections. For instance, on the first page, we already highlighted where we need to make some corrections on the Board of Trustees, and then throughout it, please look at it. If you have any questions, concerns, or any corrections, we can bring that back at the next board meeting.
Thanks, sir. Item number C, approval of the 2025 New Crozana Unified School District Board meeting dates and organizational meeting dates. Could I get a motion to approve the calendar as listed in our packet?
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Thank you, Mr. Rivas. Could I get a second?
I second. I second.
Thank you. Ms. Gonzalez? Ms. Gonzalez?
Yes.
You just leave it on the green and it'll stay on. Yeah. Mr. Walk?
Aye.
Ms. Rivas?
Aye.
Ms. Rudy?
Aye.
And myself will aye 5-0. Item D, elect president of the governing board. Can I get a motion on the president of the board?
I would like to elect Don Cabral for board president.
Can I get a second?
Aye.
Gonzalez. Mr. Walk?
Aye.
Ms. Gonzalez?
Aye.
Ms. Rivas?
Aye.
Ms. Rudy?
Aye.
And myself, aye 5-0. Item E, elect clerk of the board. Can I get a motion on to elect clerk of the board first, please? Okay, I'll make a motion that, Mr. Rivas stay on as the clerk of the board. Could I get a second?
I second.
Ms. Gonzalez,
Aye.
Mr. Walk,
Aye.
Mr. Rivas,
Aye.
Ms. Rudy,
Aye.
and myself, Mr. Cabral votes aye, 5-0. Item F, elect trustee representative to the board. Can I get a first, please? Or actually, I need a first to nominate somebody.
So I think in the previous year, the clerk was Tim Bazar, and there could be some meetings that you go to, but typically it's kind of a title and name more than anything else.
President and
Right.
clerk were both gone.
Then you fill that. Yes.
All right.
Anyone interested? You, I'll nominate Mr. Watt.
Mr. What? That's a strong choice. And I will second that. Ms. Gonzalez,
Aye.
Mr. Walk,
Aye.
Mr. Rivas,
Aye.
Ms. Rudy,
Aye.
and myself will aye, 5-0. Item G, appoint superintendent as secretary of the governing board. I will make the motion that we keep Superintendent Pruitt on as the secretary for the board. Can I get a second?
I second.
Ms. Gonzalez? Mr. Walk?
Aye.
Mr. Rivas?
Aye.
Ms. Rudy?
Aye.
And myself vote aye, 5-0. Item H, select standing committee representatives, some paragraph A, LCAP committee. We need 2 people for that. Anyone interested to be on the LCAP? Weren't you on, you want to stay? Can I get another person to go, with Frank to represent the LCAP?
I'll volunteer.
Okay. Thank you. Item B, 2+2 committee. I'll stay on that committee as well if I could get another.
2+2 is usually the city council.
So yeah, sit with the city. Can I get anyone want to assist with the 2+2?
I will.
All right. Thank you. Item I, approval of authorized agent for the New Roseanne Unified School District. Would you like to talk about that?
Yeah, this is to approve 2 signers from the board in case for some reason the signers for the district are out or ill, that we have someone that can keep everything flowing. So that's really what it is. I believe Don and Frank are the current signers now. President and clerk.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we can just keep it the same.
You gonna keep it the same?
Yeah.
All right, no, I don't think
So
so.
it will be president, clerk, Jesse and I will sign.
Can we get a motion to keep it as the current, what we have now? It's myself, Frank, Jesse, and yourself. Can I get it first?
I'll motion.
Second?
Aye.
Ms. Gonzalez? Mr. Walk?
Aye.
Mr. Rivas?
Aye.
Ms. Rudy?
Aye.
And myself, vote aye, 5-0. All right, item 3, public communication and closed session items. Oh, actually, you're right. That'll be the end of this portion.
That leaves about 20 minutes. If the
Correct.
Want to take pictures, but
Right. All right. 5 p.m. Public communication, closed session items. Any member of the audience desiring to comment on a closed session item may do so. When the board president asks for public comment, please step to the podium and state your name. It would be appreciated if you would limit your comments to 3 minutes. Per board policy. BB 9323, individual speakers may be allowed 3 minutes to address the board on each agenda or non-agenda item. The board may limit the total time for public input on each item to 20 minutes. With board consent, the president may increase or decrease the time allowed for public presentation. Depending on the topic and the number of persons wishing to be heard, the president may take a poll of speakers for or against a particular issue and may ask that additional persons speak only if they have something new to add. Is there anybody in the audience that would like to address the board for closed session items? All right. What time is it, Frank?
5:02.
5:02. Closed session. All right, we will call the December 16th meeting back in session. We have no items to report out of closed session tonight. Item number 6, our flag salute is going to be by our Bonita students. So if you girls want to come up to the podium, Frank will turn the microphone around so you guys can lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand. Go ahead. Right. Wherever you guys start.
Ready, begin.
Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, guys. Good job. Item number 7, approval of the agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda as listed?
I'll make that motion. Approve.
I
Thank you,
second
Mr.
the
Rivas.
motion.
Thank you, Ms. Gonzalez. Ms. Rivas,
Aye.
Ms. Rudy, Mr. Walk,
Aye.
Ms. Gonzalez,
Aye.
and myself, aye, 5-0. Item number 8, public communication agenda, and non-agenda items. Any person wishing to comment on the agenda and non-agenda item may do so. Please step up to the podium and state your name. It would be appreciated if you would limit your comments to 3 minutes. California law prohibits the school board from taking any action which is not on the posted agenda unless it is determined to be an emergency by the board. And we have one tonight. Maria, if you would like to go up to the podium.
Good evening. My name is Maria Andrade. I'm the NCLTA president. And I'm here tonight, first of all, to congratulate and welcome our new board members. It was great to see you guys get sworn in tonight. And I'm also here for an opportunity to invite all of our school board members and our superintendent to a CTA NCLTA dinner that will be happening February 3rd. We would like to take this dinner as an opportunity to create a working relationship with our school board. And, you know, with the final goal always being about our students. So my vice president, our first vice president, Elsa Juarez, is handing out an invitation. The dinner will be February 3rd. You do have until January 16th to RSVP. And I hope to see you guys there. Again, you know, creating this new relationship. Thank you.
One question, do you have
Yes.
a location and time?
It's going to be in Modesto. Forgive me for not having the name of the restaurant. It's going to be an Italian restaurant, downtown Modesto. It's going to be at 6 o'clock,
Okay,
if I remember correctly. Yes. But again, February 3rd. So hopefully that'll give you guys enough time to put it on your calendar to make it. Any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you. For board policy BB 9323, individual speakers may be allowed 3 minutes to address the board on each agenda item. The board may limit the total time for public input on each item to 20 minutes. With board consent, the president may increase or decrease the time allowed for public presentations depending on the topic and number of persons wishing to be heard. The president may take a poll of speakers for or against a particular issue and may ask that additional persons speak only if they have something new to add. Section 9, information and discussion items. A is our Bonita highlight presentation.
have, Miss Olivia. Oh. Miss Olivia, Johnny. Good evening, everyone. My name is Liliana Esquives, and I am the very lucky and proud principal of Bonita Elementary. I am happy to share that we've had a great year so far. Crossing my fingers, we could keep things running smooth and we could finish the year this way. As you could tell, we are ready and very excited to share some of the awesome things that are happening at Bonita. We're going to get started with our first Bobcat, who is going to talk about the Fall Carnival. Ready? Okay. Edward?
There you go.
There you go.
Huh.
Yeah. Okay. But I'm going to do this.
Hi, my name is Olivia Heiberger, and I go to Bonita Elementary, and I will be talking about Bonita's Fall Carnival. Bonita Fall Carnival was a good experience. All our friends and family got together, and we raised enough money. My favorite part was the face paint. Thank you.
Good job.
I clicked twice. All right. Mr. Johnny.
Hello, my name is Johnny Godino and I am a third grader at Bonita. I will tell you about perfect attendance. Perfect attendance is important because if you miss a day of school, you miss a day of learning. Another reason why it's good to be at school every day is because if you learn more subjects about math, reading, science, and other fun subjects. I like to attend every day because I like to play football with my friends and learn. When you miss a day of school, you fall behind when the rest of the class is still learning. Thank you.
My name is Raylan Matthews. I am second grade at Bonita Elementary. We had a drama program for kindergarten through second grade. Each class did a play from a book that they read in class. Second grade did Mouse and the Motorcycle. We had fun with Miss Yaya, and we learned a lot of new things. I know that kinder, first, and second loved it.
Hi, my name is Reese Matthews and I go to Bonita Elementary. The music program at Bonita Elementary was great. The 3rd through 5th grade had the opportunity to learn new things. We learned music with Mr. Weimer. He taught us how to play music notes and how to read music notes. He also taught us the meaning of piano and forte. The meaning of piano is soft or quiet. The meaning of forte is loud or strong. We learned the family of a lot of instruments. In conclusion, all of the students 3rd through 5th learned new things in this music program. Thank you.
My name is Andy Freeberg and I'm in Mr. Freeberg's 5th grade class. In September, our 5th grade class created a video about the preamble. Purchased with Tosca funds, we used a green screen, a fancy camera, and iMovie to make this video explanation of the preamble. We took turns reciting and then explaining it, and then Mr. Freeberg edited it. Enjoy. Thank you.
We're not going to watch the whole video because I know we're limited on time, but we'll watch a minute.
The Constitution, a set of rules for how our government works and protects the rights of the people. It makes sure things are fair and helps keep our country safe and free. The preamble, the introduction to the Constitution explaining that the people want a fair, peaceful, and free country. It shows the goals of working together, protecting everyone and making life better for all.
We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity,
Do ordain
and establish this Constitution for the United States
of America.
So, what does that mean?
We the people of the United States. This means all the people in our country are working together in order to form a more perfect union so that we can make our country
Okay,
the
now
best.
we are ready for our first graders who are going to sing a Christmas song in the spirit of the holidays. Stay for the whole meeting if you don't want to. Any questions? Happy holidays,
That was really
everyone.
good.
Good job, kids.
I did actually attend the Fall Harvest Festival. It was real organized and there was a lot of kids there. It was real great. Good job.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah. Item B, Pat Kearney, Orson track record breaker, Coach Scott Felber.
Well, that's a tough act to follow. All right, so my name is Scott Felber. I've been coaching cross country at Oristemba for a while, like close to 15 years, I think. And I've been coaching at Oristemba ever since I started teaching 24 years ago. I'm proud to be able to talk to you all about Patricio Kearney. Why don't you just come up here? Come up here and stand. This guy's the band right here. So for those of you that don't know, Pat broke the school record for the 3-mile and the 5K in cross country this year. These records have been on standing at Oristemba since 1987 when Hector Ortiz set them. Great runner in our history. Pat now has the record for 3 miles with a time of 15 minutes and 34 seconds, and his 5K record is 15 minutes and 48 seconds, which he just set at the state finals 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago. Yeah. I know if I drove a 5K around town with stop signs, he would beat me, I'm pretty sure. Running. Definitely. This year he earned all Stanislaus County honors, all TVL honors. He finished second in the TVL, second in subsection, second in section finals. His school record at the state finals was good for 22nd this year in the entire state of California. Yeah. So just a couple things about Pat. I've been teaching now here, like I said, for 24 years and coaching for 24 years. I've coached football, boys and girls basketball, and cross country. And I can tell you, I can't think of any other athlete that I've seen come through here who more exemplifies everything that a warrior should be. It's one thing, you know, we have over the years, you hear a lot of kids that say they want to win and everybody wants to win and everybody wants to be the best and everybody wants to be a champion. But it's one thing to say it, and it's another thing to actually to put the work in and actually make it happen. I just want everybody to know exactly what he did, what Pat did to accomplish everything that he accomplished this year. And first of all, it wasn't just this year, and it wasn't in practice. It was every aspect of his life. A couple of years ago, he decided that he wanted to make a mark in cross country. He studied the sport. He researched training methods. He attended a running camp this past summer. He learned how to eat and how to sleep in order to best fuel his body. He was running 70 miles a week for much of this time. He made sacrifices. He missed out on things so that his training never suffered. Every day was about what's my training today and fit everything else around that. He was fully committed. He helped his team by supporting them and motivating them. And this was like over a 2-year period. You know, it's not just in practice. It was even through track season and cross country season and another track season. And one memory that I like that shows you what kind of teammate he is. And it wasn't even really in my cross country team. It was during track season last year. He, I think it was either the 1 mile or the 2 mile race. He had already ran a bunch of events and he wasn't really supposed to run an event, but he ran it anyway. And he ran it not to win. He didn't run at his speed. He like dialed it back a little bit so that he could help one of his teammates to get his PR in the race. And that's the kind of teammate he is. And like I said, he didn't do this just, you know, for a few days or a few weeks or a month. He did this for 2 years and he's still going because he's got another semester to go. And he had like, you know, support. He had his mom chasing him on the golf cart and he knows that I would do anything for him, but he did this all by himself. I mean, countless miles, countless pairs of shoes. I mean, all on his own. So I think Pat's the epitome of what we all want all of our student athletes to be. And I can't think of any better representative for OHS. He shows all of our kids that with hard work, anything is possible. Coaches of all sports can point to him as an example of, you know, what doing that extra work will do. He didn't just rely on natural talent. He never went to bed happy with where he was at. He was truly got better every single day for 2 years and counting. He made no excuses. He took care of his responsibilities in the classroom. As a math teacher, I could tell my kids to say, you know, I have a hard time in math. Math's hard for me. I could say, well, this guy could turn into, you know, a school record holder, the best all-time time here and do it and run a 5K in 15 minutes and 48 seconds. You know, I think you could put in some work and you could get good at math too, you know? He's learned all of the lessons that we're supposed to learn from sports, like hard work, sacrifice, teamwork, responsibility. And if he applies the same work ethic to everything in his life, then I have no doubt that he's going to find success in everything that he does. And the cool thing is that he's going to have we have a whole nother semester to watch him. Can't wait to see what he does in track this year. And I'm even more excited to see what he does with his life after high school. He's going to be great. Recio Kearney, all-time fastest Oris number runner. Good job, pal.
There's one thing that you guys probably don't know that you probably didn't see. He was also on the basketball team for varsity. And during freshman and JV games, I'm standing around, you know, he's like, I'm gonna go run. He would go run before his varsity game. And it wasn't just run or jog. He would, I don't know, it was 2 miles a mile, and then he would still play a game. And when I heard him do that, I was like, wow, like, that's awesome. But Pat, good job. Keep it up.
Item number C, student board report. Go ahead, Vanessa, the floor is yours.
Okay, so hello everybody. I hope everybody's doing good. So for this month's board report, both the girls and boys soccer seasons have started. The boys team have already played around 9 games, while the girls have played 5 so far. Basketball season has also started for both boys and girls, and they had recently had a tournament on both Thursday and Friday as well. Speaking of sports, I know Mr. Felber just kind of touched on it. I had another shout out for Pat for breaking another school record, so congratulations to him. On December 7th, the Christmas tree lighting was held at the plaza, where our cheerleaders gave a beautiful performance. Also at the event, each grade was given a tree to decorate with anything they would like to do, and these trees were both on display and also had the chance to be auctioned off. With the money that was donated, it was restored back into the student council budget. As for Oris Simba's theater department, they held an improv show, Whose Line Is It Right Now, on the 13th. For our clubs, FNL held the Be the Eye in Kind outreach on December 11th, as well as the mental health meet and greet that same day. Also that same day, FFA participated in the California Almond Conference, and as for the craft feed ticket fundraiser, the tickets were on sale on the 2nd of December. And finally, to end this off, finals week for Oris Simba is this week, starting today all the way to the 19th. There will be a block scheduled to accommodate all the finals that we will be taking. And on that Thursday, Oris Simba will be on rally day schedule due to the winter rally that will be held at the end of the day to conclude the week. Later that day, there will be a boys basketball game against Gustine. And finally, starting on the 20th, it will be winter break and students will return to school on the 6th of January. Thank you.
Thank you. Item E, first interim budget report.
D.
Oh, I'm sorry. D. D. I just was gonna see if you were gonna stop. Our attendance awards,
All right.
Mr. Seah.
Thank you. Board President Cabral, Superintendent Pruitt, and members of the board. Gives me great pleasure to first of all announce the Best Staff Attendance Award for the month of November. It goes to, let's see, no, I'm on the wrong one. It goes to Bonita with 94.7%. Yeah, I know.
Break it,
Right.
and then you broke it.
Yeah, I've broken my office.
I'm sure one of those kids has a glue stick.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking for a glue stick. I couldn't find one. Okay, so best improvement in attendance for the month of November is Hunt Elementary School. You can stay up here. And the overall best student attendance for the month of November goes to Hunt Elementary School as well. So you can surpass Bonita last year, or last month, they got the 3. So we got 2 at Hunt and 1 at Bonita. So congratulations.
All right, now we're on item E, first interim budget report. Ms. Mendoza.
Good evening. While we're waiting for Edward to bring that up. Welcome to the new board members. Congratulations. Okay, so first interim is all of the activity from July 1st until October 31st. So it really looks at that period of time. But I wanted to talk about what the budget development timeline is and where we are in the year. Our budget runs on a July 1st to June 30th fiscal year. But so we're at the tail end right now in December where we're presenting first interim. Next month, the governor will release the January budget, which will start planning the next budget cycle. We're always working in current year, prior year, and the first out year. So throughout the year, there are changes in both January and May when the governor will make changes to the assumptions. And that's how we do the budget planning. In April, we'll start writing the LCAP and the budget that goes with it. And then once we get into June, we will adopt the budget and the LCAP. And then we close the books in September. And then we start writing in the new year and end up here we are in December. So from July 1st to now, we always look at kind of where we started because the budget is kind of a roadmap. It's not an exact science, but there are things that we do to plan and to make our best assumptions. So our original budget, you can see where it started in the first column and then the projected column is where we are right now. And you can see that salaries went up a little bit since adopted budget. That was for planning the prior year retro that was paid out. We settled with our bargaining groups late in the year last year. We did not make the timeline to get that paid out in the fiscal year, so that's why we added it to this year's. We had some one-time money that's going to expire, so we had to go back and make sure that we budgeted it all out. And we know where those final numbers are once we close the books and then we make the adjustments during the first interim. So that's where you see the some of the other items as well. Capital outlay had a significant increase because we realized that there was a resource that was for the cafeteria that's in the general fund and it has to be spent entirely this year. So we went back and made the plan to get up that completely expended this year. So with the revenue breakdown, you can see that the LCFF is the significant part of the general fund. It's about almost 75% of the money is paid through that. And then we have federal funds, state revenue, and then other local revenue. So you can see the total of where we are there and then how the local control funding formula is broken out. So there's a base grant, which is paid to every student, and every student in California gets the same amount per grade span. Then there are add-ons. The state realizes that for TK3 and for 9-12, there are additional expenses that are not there because class sizes have to be smaller in the elementary. And then there are specific programs for high school that cost additional money. So we get a little bit additional money for that. Then the supplemental is 20% addition for all of the students in our district, and then concentration grant is 65%. If we have over 55% of unduplicated students, which means that those students either qualify for free and reduced lunch, foster youth, or English learners. So if we have more than 55% in our district, we get additional money, which they call the concentration grant. Add-ons are additional funding that they give us for home to school transportation, and now they have added a TK add-on in the last couple of years. So you can see where a big chunk of that 57 million comes from the LCFF. So this is a snapshot from the LCFF calculator. The state has provided a worksheet. It's basically an Excel document that each district uses to calculate their own LCFF entitlement. So what we look at is we look at year to year, what's the change year over year? So in 23-24, the state had a COLA of 8.22% cost of living adjustment. But the actual realized change that we saw, every district could be a little bit different, was only 6.86%. We didn't realize the full amount. And the factors that impact that are, what is our district ADA? Are we declining or are we growing? If we're growing, it could be over the COLA. We could be getting a little bit more than that. What's our unduplicated percentage? How many of our students fit into that category of English learner, foster youth, or low socioeconomic? And in our district, that is about 71%. So a good significant portion of our students are unduplicated. And are we growing or are we declining? We are in a decline at the moment, as most of the state is. And so that's affecting how much of the funded COLA are we going to receive. So this year, 24-25, the COLA is 1.07%, but what we're realizing is about 0.83% actual. And when you factor in step and column costs, you'll see in a moment that salaries are the main portion of our budget, about 85% of our budget. When you see that step and column cost is about 2.5%, we're not even clearing that at the moment. So we received about $1.3 million less than we received last year. And then next year, the COLA is, right now it's at 2.93. I don't think we're going to get that. I think it's going to come in January at a lower rate. And what we talk about assumptions is that assumptions are for a moment in time. Tomorrow they could look completely different. We have to go on the governor's proposals. We're working right now off of the adopted budget. School Services of California puts together what they call the dartboard, and it has all of the assumption factors on it that we apply to these formulas. In that, when what we have at budget adoption will look very different than what we get in January. So right now we're preparing for the governor's budget to come out, and then these assumptions will all go out the window and we'll recalculate it with the new assumptions. We kind of have an idea of what's coming, and we can do different scenarios with this, but this is where we are at the moment. So with the expenditures, you can see classified, certificated employee benefits make up about 75% of the unrestricted and about 80% of the total general fund. So a big part of the interims are the multi-year projections. And we've had in the past, the board has had a directive for us to maintain an 8% reserve. And you can see this year we've made that, it's a little bit over the 8%, but next year it kind of dips just under that. And then if 26-27 stays at a COLA of about 3%, we could get back up there. But this is assuming step and column only. It's not assuming any kind of increases, because we don't know what those are yet. So that's where I just wanted to give you a baseline of where we are. You can see that this year, the unrestricted revenue is about 43 million, and the unrestricted expenditures are, it looks like we have a surplus of $4.6 million. The contributions are contributions to programs that don't have enough money for their own programs. We have to contribute 3% of our general fund expenditures to routine maintenance. So that comes out of there, and the rest goes to special education. So we're looking at a change in the fund balance of a deficit of almost $4 million this year. That's not sustainable. So as we go into planning for next year, we need to start to make some decisions about the direction that the board would like to go, so that we can bring that back into line. So our current challenges that we're finding, and we're similar to a lot of districts up and down the state, is we are facing declining enrollment. For years and years and years, we grew. And then about 3 years ago, we started a small decline. And this year we're down about 100 students. We also have rising pension costs. STRS contribution for certificated staff used to be 8.25% every year, never moved. Now it's over 19%. PERS contributions are nearly 30% on top of other statutory costs for salaries. So when you're figuring salaries, you're not just looking at how much does the hourly rate cost for the year, but you're adding on about another 30 to 35% on top of that. So we have increasing program needs. We have some very intensive programs that have a lot of very intensive needs that very people heavy. And so those, we need to take those into consideration. We have a lot of the end of the one-time funds. We still have 2 or 3 that are out there for the next, I think the last one ends in 27, 28. And then we have the return to the normal cost of living adjustments. For a while, there were some really significant cost of living adjustments over 5%, anywhere from 5 to 8 to 9%. Now we're getting back to where they're 2 to 3%, and that's where the normal is. And so when you get back to that normal range, you really have to look at, is that covering your step and column cost in order to bargain effectively and to keep fiscally solvent. And then you can see the enrollment decline, how it affects each grade level. So when you're looking at TK3 has kindergarten through 3rd grade can have a max of 21 to 24. Transitional kindergarten next year will have to be a ratio of 1 adult per every 10 students. So when you're looking at that, you can have 20 kids in a classroom, but there have to be 2 adults in the room. And then 9-12, it's kind of goes up and down a little bit. And 7-8 you can see is on the decline a little bit as well. So what we look at is staff to student ratios, and are we staffed accordingly. So next steps, we should have a positive certification. There are 3 certifications that a district can have for an interim report: positive, qualified, or negative. Positive means we can meet our obligations for the 3 years that we're projecting. But we do need to proceed with caution to start looking at what reductions we can make, what are one-time expenditures. In looking at the multi-year projections, I took all of the one-time costs and backed them out so that so we can see what our true picture is. And then in January, we'll have the January budget, and that'll change our projections for the second interim, which will come before you in March. And that's what really shapes budget development. And I'm happy to answer any questions for you. I think that is.
Any questions from Carolyn? Thank you. Item 10, consent calendar. The consent calendar items are routine in nature and usually do not require board discussion. Individual items may be removed by board members and presented for discussion and separate action. The consent calendar will be adopted by a roll call vote. Could I get a motion to approve the consent calendar as listed? Anyone?
Motion.
I'll second.
All right, thank you. Ms. Rivas,
Aye.
Mrs. Trudy, Mr. Walk, Ms. Gonzalez,
Aye.
and myself, Mr. Cabral votes aye 5-0. Item number 11, action items. Approval of authorization to award the RFP of internal connections equipment to DataPath. Could I get a motion to approve item number A?
I motion.
I second.
Thank you. Mr. Rivas,
Aye.
Ms. Rudy, Mr. Walk,
Aye.
Ms. Gonzalez,
Aye.
and myself, Mr. Cabral votes aye 5-0. Item B, approval of variable term waiver request for speech language pathologist for Avery Martin. Could I get a motion to approve item number B?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Rivas. Can I get a second?
I second the motion.
Who was that?
Ms. Gonzalez.
I also make sure. Mr. Rivas,
Aye.
Mrs. Rudy, Mr. Walk,
Aye.
Ms. Gonzalez,
Aye.
and myself, Mr. Cabral votes aye 5-0. Actually, D on this. Item number C, approve interim first budget report. Can I get a motion to approve the first interim budget report? Second,
I second.
Ms. Rivas,
Aye.
Ms. Rudy, Mr. Walk, Ms. Gonzalez,
Aye.
and myself, Mr. Cabral votes aye 5-0. Item number 12, future agenda items. We have none listed.
One item. just
Do you have something?
A dashboard review. Heather will have her presentation ready.
All right. Item number 13, our superintendent report.
Yes, I have a few. First of all, thank you to the four of you for attending the CSBA. I do think it was a great event to attend. I think for all five of us, it was the first time attending CSBA. We learned a lot. Also, trying to look at it back when our last mission and vision has been updated, and I believe it was when Mr. Philpott was the superintendent. So it's probably time to look at that and revamp that. So we're putting a team together to start putting that together, and we will be bringing back monthly updates for you guys to approve the steps that we're taking towards that. We will also be scheduling after the January state budget budgeting or scheduling a budget workshop. We'll probably do that one of the evenings to review the budget. Carolyn will have a presentation ready for you, a workshop to go through in January, probably end of January, beginning of February is kind of what it's looking like. And then the other part is we're coming up on winter break, and December 19th is a minimum day. And I'm hoping everybody gets an opportunity to rest and relax and enjoy family and eat plenty. So thank you. And great presentation, Benita. Yep. All right.
Item number 14, board report, Mr. Rivas.
I don't have much, but I did, like Ms. Pruitt said, attend that conference. First one since being on the board, and it was eye-opening seeing how many districts are in California, but they are kind of in the same boat with, you know, they're big, but no money. So, we're gonna hopefully take care of that. And, to the 3 new board members, it was great to, bond and, go to certain seminars with you guys, and I'm looking forward to working with you guys. Can't wait. And also enjoy your Christmas break. Teachers, staff, everybody enjoy it. Parents, as like me, is not gonna enjoy it. I say this every year because the kids are home eating and all that stuff, but enjoy it. You guys deserve it.
Ms. Rudy? Speech.
No, just, like we said, we went to this conference. I learned a lot. I'm new. So Ms. Conforti, thank you. I'm excited to work along with this group. They're they're gonna be a big help, and we're just excited to move forward with the district and any new opportunities that the district might have. We're looking forward to bringing everything out, and I'm excited to do this for the kids, because at the end of the day, that's what we, that's the reason I'm here for, it's for the kids. So, again, thank you for the opportunity, and Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Mr. Walk?
Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity to go to the school board conference. Learned a lot. I learned a lot about our new role and was able to meet most everybody on the board and superintendent. Got to know everybody a little bit better, and I appreciate that opportunity. And it was nice to see you.
Mr. Gonzalez?
Looks like it's my turn. Just want to say thank you, first of all, for the warm welcome. The district has been just so nice, and getting me on board here. It's truly an honor to be here with you all today, and I look forward to learning from everybody. And it's just been really a privilege to be serving you and the community, and I look forward to continuing to strengthen our school district together.
Thank you. I don't really have much tonight, honestly. I think they stole all my thunder. Welcome to the board. You guys are here for, next 4 years of your lives to bring your ideas and inputs to the board. We appreciate you joining. And whoever nominated you to run for election, make sure you thank them. We'll definitely use your ideas and inputs, and everybody has an equal say on what happens over the future. The art up here on the wall is by our students from Bonita. Every month or so it gets changed. So if you guys like to purchase one, you can go to the silent auction and get a wonderful little Rudolph painting for your refrigerator. And the presentation tonight by the kids was always good. Sometimes we take for granted the little things about life, and it's today's here and tomorrow's not promised. There was a tragedy the other day in Turlock, outside of Turlock, where 2 families lost their lives. There's things that we take for granted. It's important that we live life to the fullest, right? And over the next couple weeks is Christmas, and there's a lot of people hurting. So that's something to just keep in the back of your minds, because it does hit home. And then last thing I had to say is we were able to donate enough toys and Christmas presents for over 125, right? I think the total. I was at the DO today dropping off some more presents. There was 125 kids or family members that the conference room and every nook and cranny had a box or a bag of presents and bikes and all the stuff that we had that we're able to collect. So that's a huge accomplishment from our little neighborhood, around town and our community, right? So we are truly here to support the community, and we'll do our best to make our decisions and to go forward into the future. Like you heard tonight, the budget is not looking good, but that's statewide, that's worldwide. But we'll get creative, and we'll do our best. It's a lot of tough decisions ahead, and 3.7 million is not an easy, can't just not order pencils, and we're not going to make up that amount. So we'll continue to work on it. We'll go to the workshops, we'll go to the training, we'll crunch some numbers, and we'll see where we can get. But that's all I have. Everybody have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and be safe. And that will be it for today. Our next meeting is January 13th.
All right.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think so. The meeting is adjourned at 6:58 p.m. Or I'm sorry, 6:48.